Okay, so I am currently about 5 hours away from completing day 10 on my water fast. So by the time I actually break my fast, it'll probably be more like 10 and a half days. I probably won't wake up. I usually like to get a good night's sleep, a long night's sleep too, especially on these fasts to allow my body to really detoxify during that sleeping process. So I'd probably be about 10 days and say 12 hours. So 10 and a half days into my water fast before I will break it. So um, just my thoughts on the past 10 days and what I've gone through and what to expect moving forward. So being in ketosis since, roughly around the end of 24 hours, I'll be conservative and say 24 hours. So I've had about 8 full days in ketosis and autophagy, where my body is really just utilizing all the energy from extra stored body fat, any stored toxins, mucus, biofilms, calciferous deposits, anything that is not serving my body for a positive reason, it has been eliminating for those 8 days. So I saw phenomenal results on my previous 2 7-day water fasts. So I don't expect any less. In fact, I'm excited to see what the true results are in the coming weeks, because the real magic happens after you stop your fast. I noticed that in my first and second 7-day water fast, where I was noticing skin improvements like crazy, moles disappearing, skin tags, stuff like that. I just and the amount of energy that I had after that too. I was like very just energized like crazy, very focused, clear mind. I lead a generally very clean, non-toxic lifestyle anyways, but this was almost like on another level. So to go 10 and a half days again, I'm really excited to see what'll be the results. And I probably truly won't really know, because my situation's unique. So I started, I got a sheet here, because I chart everything. I write everything down from day one since I started the juice cleanse, from pounds that I started at, every single day. Pounds, bowel movements, what meals I'm eating per day, and how many calories I take in, just to chart everything. I like that from, as you know, I probably mentioned John Rose quite a bit, because he has been a major influence of everything that I've done. So he charted everything, and he's juice fasted for well over 1,200 days. So I mean, that's a huge thing to chart all your meals, your weight, bowel movements, calories, all that kind of stuff is pretty amazing. So I started doing that on this one, my 9th juice cleanse, and it's pretty cool because you can look back and see exactly what you did. It gives you goals. You're a half page down, you're like, gosh, okay, I got a few more weeks, and pretty soon the pages peel off and you're like, gosh, I'm almost done with my fast. This one, honestly, I don't know. Maybe it's the years that I put in or anything, but people are astounded when they hear, how many days have you gone on juice? Most people I see do these extreme juice cleanses. They're like 3 days on nothing but juice, and it's like, wow. I mean, that's great for them. That's a great starting point. But yeah, to know that I'm going to be going 90 days easily, there's not been a hard moment on the juice cleanse. The hardest part would be day 2, when I started my water fast on day 57 of the juice cleanse. For whatever reason, I don't know what it was, it just knocked me out. I got home from work, and from 4 o'clock, I just flopped on the bed, and I could have slept all night until noon the next day, but my wife woke me up, and I had to go pick up my son from a friend's house. And quite honestly, it's kind of scary because I don't remember driving to or from there. So somebody was watching over me. No, but I was just out of it, knocked out. I didn't feel right. Everything other than from all my experience, I knew that I was fine though. I knew to push through. I know that your body goes through some crazy processes during the water fast. So, and I've been through a lot of it in my prior juice cleanses too. So I know, okay, yeah, it was, some detoxification and all that kind of stuff. So I did the proper methods to help me overcome it. And, that night I was just feeling just really down. So I went home and did a coffee enema. That helped a lot. Coffee enemas provide your body with a major flush of glutathione, and it just helps flush all your small intestines all the way out through your large intestines. So that helped, move any stagnant matter or toxins that were starting to build up that were being eliminated within my organs and tissues. And then I went right into hot shower, cold shower, hot shower, cold shower, about 10 different cycles of that. As cold as the water would go for a minute, as hot, as hot with what I could stand for another minute, cold, back and forth, for about 10 cycles. So, and then that brought me right back. And ever since, every single day has been a breeze. I wouldn't say easy on some days. I've not had any hunger during the entire time. I haven't thought about food. My wife makes the most delicious, made from scratch, organic, Whole Foods meals for herself and my boys. And I love smelling it. It's fun for me, but it's not like I need to go and do it to curb cravings or anything like that. It's more of just an enjoyment to see how talented she is at what she does. It's phenomenal. My boys are the luckiest boys in the world, mainly because I juice for them. No, I'm just joking. No, my wife is a phenomenal talent in the kitchen. I've been urging her to start a YouTube channel because I know she would knock it out of the park. So anyways, but no, I have not had any cravings. It's amazing that you almost, it's like you almost don't want to go back to it. It's such an effort. You gotta get the produce, you gotta clean it, you gotta process it if you're juicing and if you're making smoothies and stuff. But you just don't. It's been a great break from having to think about food, and your body feels phenomenal. It feels so light. Which, yeah, you're losing weight, which is not my concern. My goal was not to lose weight. It's going to be a byproduct. A little bit of extra body fat that I have on, is cool. Yeah, you look very lean and everything, and that's nice. But my main concern was what is happening within my body. I want to get to the deep intercellular detoxification of, my lungs, my liver, my kidneys, my endocrine system, adrenals, pituitary gland, my pineal gland. That's the stuff that I'm really wanting to get to the core of, and yeah, move all those stagnant lymphatic fluids. Even though I exercise rigorously, I jump on my rebounder, I do cold showers and all that kind of stuff. Cold dips when we can, when we find a nice chilly river around here that's not super polluted. You got to go up into the mountains for that, but even then, but I do all the remedies with juicing and Whole Foods that move all that lymphatic fluid. So I'm not so much worried about that, but I like to continue, just in case. You just it's like a routine that you go through to make sure you're checking all the boxes off. So kind of lost my train of thought where I was at in that, but yeah, most important thing is for toxification of all my tissues and major organs and all that kind of stuff. So no cravings, feel really, really good, feel really good mentally. It's kind of funny. I think I had brain fog in my last few videos. I was like stumbling and kind of like, huh? But it could have been because I'd been in the sun for, 30, 45 minutes, and then I had, just a calling to pick up my phone and start making those videos. But now I'm clear-headed, very hydrated. I've been working most of the day, even though I'm on vacation from my day job. I've been working most of the day just trying to put together my coaching business more than just locally. I was just strictly, local, word of mouth, recommendations, all that kind of stuff. But I really want to get myself out there because I think I have a lot to offer the entire world, be it over the phone or Zoom or in person. I have a lot of knowledge and I'd like to share it, and I have a lot of experience, and I hope that people are able to see that through my videos. And I'm practicing what I'm preaching, so I have all the data, but I can start somebody off from a standard American diet that doesn't know anything about plant-based, vegan, plant-based, or anything, what moves to make. From step one, I can help you start transitioning into a better choice, diet, lifestyle, overall, holistic lifestyle. And I don't just stop at, the food you put in your body, but I'm very versed, and I can change your life around in the fact that I can tell you what to and what not to put on your body. I can go into your home if you're local, or if you're abroad, I can recommend what to do to detoxify your home. We are so bogged down with chemicals daily in our daily lives that we don't even know how sick we feel until you remove all this junk from your house, till you remove all the junk off your body, until you remove all the junk within your body. People don't know how truly wonderful you can really feel. And I wish that I could just take what I have inside of my body and my mind and just give it to somebody, so that they can feel what their life could potentially be like, right? If that's what they want, nobody, anybody, they don't have to be on a level that I'm on to be happy in this life. There's a lot of people are happy doing just what they've done their whole lives, and they don't eat anything healthy. So it goes to show you there is so many variables to true health. And that's one of the things I wanted to get across too. You can be the healthiest plant-based guy. I think I'm fairly healthy. You could be healthy like this, and stress about everything that you're putting in your body. Like, oh my gosh, I don't want to put any chemical. I don't want to eat too much overt fat, blah, 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 and be so stressed out about it that you're making yourself sick, and you can die of a widowmaker, heart attack at 55. I've seen, I don't know these people, but I've seen evidence of fruitarians and these high-level, high-raw gurus dying young. So, and then I've seen, obese people that chain smoke and have whiskey every night, and there's no judgment in that. If that's what they enjoy, do what you enjoy. But live well into their 90s, happier than can be, and they do it every single night. They love their steak, they love their TV dinners, they love their cigarettes, their alcohol, and hey, they're enjoying life. So there is a lot to this thing. It is not just food. The diet is but one spoke upon the wheel of 50 different variables. So don't stress about it either way. The person that is truly content inside, I think, is really the healthiest person. But that being said, I think diet can play a massive, massive role in your mental health, your physical health, obviously. And then, don't stress about it, and then use all those other modalities that some of those other people that aren't so healthy use, right? Don't stress. Laugh. Have fun with your friends. Don't sweat the small things. Get out and enjoy nature. be truly grateful about everything that you have in your life. And I mean everything. You know, don't take for granted anything. I broke my back 3 years ago on a trampoline trying to impress my sons. I was trying to show them backflips like I was an 18-year-old kid. And I just crushed my T11. It was just you know, I wouldn't say a freak accident, but it was just something that happened. And I mean, I could have never gotten up from that trampoline and walked on my own ever again. And so, it just goes to show you, when you wake up in the morning, you know, the first thing that I would always give thanks to is the fact that you woke up, right? We're not guaranteed. We go to sleep. You're not guaranteed to wake up. You know, if you're lucky enough to walk, hey, I can walk around. I can use my hands, my arms. I can see, I can smell, I can hear. I can hug my loved ones. You know, people complain about their jobs all the time, and I get it. But you're lucky enough to have a job. You're lucky enough to have bodily functions, you know, the ability, physical and mental and everything, to go to a job. A lot of people would absolutely sacrifice everything that they could to be in positions where you may be. And so I'm very grateful. I give gratitude and thanks and pray every single day for the most important things in my life. First and foremost, family, their health, their safety, my health and safety, and all of, you know, our abilities to function normally. All of my extended family and everything. If I have all of that kind of stuff, what does the rest matter? All of it will fall in line. So, yeah, I kind of got off on a little tangent again, and I kind of forgot where I came from on that. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Day 10 water fast. Oh, real quick, I'll give you some statistics if anybody's interested. I started the juice cleanse on July 23rd. I weighed in at 160 pounds. And on, let's see, September 17th is when I started my water fast. I weighed in at 148. So I lost, 12 pounds, which was cool because I don't have a ton of weight to lose. I'm more concerned about internal waste matter to be, you know, moved out of there. So, but then since day 1 on my water fast, which, like I said, was day 57 of the juice cleanse, I weighed in at 148.6, and today, it's not quite over, but I weighed in this morning at 135.8. So there's another, 13 pounds? Yeah, another 13 pounds. So 13 pounds on just 10 days of water, equaling 57 days with the 12 pounds on the juice cleanse. So phenomenal results from water versus putting juice in you. And see, and I'm not putting in solid foods on the juice, yet I lose more weight on just a water only fast, which is cool because I know from my records of bowel movements on my water fast that I was not moving matter. That's for sure. I think I've only had like 3 or 4 bowel movements on the water fast, and that was coffee enema induced. So, and very minimal that I eliminated too. So that tells me that I'm getting rid of, you know, any extra body fat that I had stored over, which is cool. I'm good. I don't want to store any more than I need to, but probably a lot of toxins, internal toxins, scar tissue, all that kind of stuff that I was kind of alluding to. But yeah, so pretty happy about that. So there it is. There's my results from 10 days of water. I wish I would have documented kind of a daily video from 1 through 10, but you know, it's okay. Maybe next time around or something. But I still will tomorrow. Actually, I think it is day 67. I will be back on my juice cleanse, and so that only leaves me about 27 days for my 90 days juice cleanse. I could easily go 120. I wanted to kind of see, because I'd never gone 120 days. I've gone 107, and I wanted to be like shoot past that. But at this state, I mean, I think it's time to get back to my real life after 90 days and get on with things. So, but anyways, you know, if anybody liked this video, please consider liking it and subscribing if you are new to the channel, and I can keep pumping more information like this. These videos are kind of unique because I will transition into showing you more of, you know, what juices I make through the day, my smoothies and everything once I start getting back to eating solid foods and stuff. So I will make more videos on what I eat in a day, how I process them, you know, trips to my local co-op, all that kind of stuff. A lot of different kind of video ideas. And if you guys want to see anything in my daily routine and what I use as far as like essential oils, you know, castor oils, you know, hygiene products, all that kind of stuff. Everything, I will say every product that I use, if I do use anything on my body, is all edible. So like I said, I live a non-toxic lifestyle. So I'll make videos about that if that interests you guys. But really, yeah, leave me a comment if anybody wants to, you know about this lifestyle in more depth. Just say, and I'll go over everything. I'll go through everything we use in our home, and HEPA filters, shower filters, grounding mats, everything. So anyways, I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. See ya.